said in the press conference after, I think, even at 18-0 up, I wasn't really happy with some of the things we were doing without the ball, and that's not been us, and you could tell there was a lack of energy. We started pretty sharp. I think the wind, and I'm sure dropping 2 or 3 bombs gave us some good field position, and just like I said, we had energy because it was the start of the game. We'd had the ball 9 times and they'd only had it twice, and in those 2 sets they'd marched us down the field quite easily, and that was the point in the game. And what we were trying to get onto the field is we needed more energy defensively, because that's a good attacking side. They're going to get some more. They're going to get maybe a little bit of rub of the green. You know, Lindsay's going to find his front foot, and Gale's going to put a decent kick. You knew that there was something going to come. And I say, did I think that 18 points would be okay? I thought we'd be okay, maybe on the scoreboard, which we were till half time. And but I could just see the lack of energy in us, and that's the one thing that was been really high over this last, especially this Easter period, where I'd say the 3 games before this one, we'd lost some confidence in ourselves attacking wise, but we'd worked really hard for each other. I think you can equate it back to what probably when Hull came here at the big start of the year. It was they'd lost 2 or 3 close games that they thought they could have won, and they were not far off, and then they just put in a performance that doesn't dictate where they should be in the table. I think what we saw yesterday, even with an 18-point start, we saw a performance from us that doesn't dictate the kind of team we are. And that's the disappointing thing across the board, was that it looked like we were looking at our feet, we were looking at other people to do something in the side, and that's not us. And that's the one thing that just really disappointed me.
Castleford troubled every team, only with that shape they've got, and with the fullback coming up from the back there. But he particularly troubled you on your right. You seem to have it taped a bit on your left, but on the right it's particularly...
I think we just made some point. Gale, I say, it's Gale's best side. You know, where he goes to the line, he engages, and we just bit a couple of times. Webster's playing really well. It's hard to handle. So on that left edge, and I think, I'm always impressed with Denis Betts. He played for London against us, and we inquired about him at one stage, and it was one of those kind of, it was just fantastic business from Darryl to get him up to Cass. He's electric. He's fantastic. He can score a try. He can make some time off, and he can catch a ball. He's got a fantastic skill set, and I think at Castleford he's getting the coaching and the work put into him that's going to turn him into he's a sensational winger. And he scores a fantastic hat trick without doing much apart from putting the ball down a couple of times. And he scores 3 tries and makes another. But I think Gale was good. I thought Lynch gave him a good foothold. McShane, when he came on, showed a lot of energy. But I think they just handled us better than we handled them. They're a good side. We knew that was probably one of our biggest tests defensively, because of, like you say, because of the attacking ability that's in their team. Well, I was more disappointed with that when Luke Gale's getting in and running from dummy half. You know, we're not doing a good job defensively. I know we saw that a couple of times. Like I say, he wasn't sort of sending somebody else in there and making his forwards do the work. He wanted the ball in his hand and he wanted to run himself. You know that it's going to be a long day.
What was the feeling amongst? We've heard your thoughts. What were the players? What were the talk amongst the players?
Well, they were quiet. They were really quiet, and that's something we've not seen a lot of. We were, like I said, we were looking at our shoes. We were quiet. We lacked energy, and like I say, I hate one for excuses, and it's not one about who's missing, who's not. We had a side out there that should have been able to compete better than we did. We had a side out there that should have been able to close out a game at 18 points to 0 after half an hour. We should have closed the game out at 18-10. We make a line break and we should score again, and we're going at half time at 24-10, and it should be our game. Like I say, you've got to give credit to Cass that they've been in some tight fixtures this year, and they've come through them with good wins. When nobody thought they could, they'd come out of games with wins. And I thought at 18 points down, I think there was only the Castleford players, I think, that believe that they had that. I spoke to Darryl as well. I said that their changing room was really buoyant at half time. Ours was flat. It was like, I think that again, without giving him I don't want to use it that, but I think the combination of these last 3 games has actually played. This is the game that we've suffered the most, even with the changes we put him back into the side. Those players didn't spark.
Chris Bridge kicked the goals yesterday, did a great job by the way.
Yeah.
But Reece, was there a problem with Reece?
Yeah, he's had again just 3-4 games and tightened through his groins and his adductors. Goal kicking was aggravating it. I think it's the scenario, the warranted scenario. It's like if he kicks goals, he doesn't play. But like Gidley. It's like, so we know he's been playing well, but I think Bridges put his hand up and he's been practising. He likes to practice the kicking. That's Chris, so I think he's a compass kicker anyway, and he was at Warrington for a number of years. It's just that there was other people that took that role away from him on a number of occasions. So yeah, he's a decent goal kicker. Like I said, the fact that Reece has just been carrying a groin and adductor problem that prevented him from continuing in that role.
He's got, if you can put it this way, a break from Super League this week, probably onto the Rochdale game itself. Are you glad that you've now got this break where you haven't got a Super League fixture this week?
Yes, in a nice polite way, without seeming like it's disrespectful to Rochdale. They're in the Championship one side, and we know that we've got it's going to be tough, it's going to be physical, but the intensity of Super League is something that there's a number of players probably need a bit of a break from that. I think, like I said, there's got 3-4 lads that have never competed at an Easter weekend. We played 2 weeks, we played 4 games. It's been a bit of we're not the only ones, everybody's the same, but we've suffered quite badly over this Easter period. Just because we've worked so hard and come out with nothing. But with the positives on the side, and it's like we're trying to stay on that side of it. There's a long way to go. See, we come out with this Challenge Cup game, get a chance of getting our confidence back, a chance of just getting back on the field and doing some work. We've not been able to do any training for the last couple of weeks just because of Easter. You've become a little bit detrained, you've become a little bit desensitised to what the standards are that you're after. And I think that'll be good for us in one sense as well. Like I say, there's nothing better than the fact that we need a response and we've got to respond against Warrington here in our next home game. I think our supporters deserve us now. After the expectation we've given them and after what we've shown at the start of the year, like I say, yesterday, I think they would have been disappointed. It became an exciting game, but ultimately, at 18 points up, you think they were going to be going home and happy, and they were left here very disappointed.
Rochdale, this is a big deal to Rochdale, this game, obviously, isn't it? This is the glamour tie of the round for them, really, so this will be all on for them, and they're top of the League One table, I notice, so they're probably the best side in that. They won't be holding back this weekend.
No, they've like I say, I think they've had a lot of Warrington players in their team over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know whether they'll be cup tied or not, or whether they'll play, so that might change the way that they look from videos that we've seen of them already. But they're a hard working, efficient team. It's going to be played. We played on the pitch. If it's wet this week or if it's not, it's still a tiny football pitch. It's going to be a game on it the day before, so it's not going to be an ideal surface to play on, especially when we're used to this surface. So they're the challenges that we've got, and you know that it's like I say, it's lads that are part time. It's a big game. They're enthusiastic. It's a chance for them to really put a marker down. We've been there ourselves. We was here last year. I think it was when we played. I played Batley here. I say it was a very, very tough game, and so I've been mindful of that. I I'm not looking at resting anybody. I'm not looking at pushing anybody out. There'll be players that won't be picked, but there'll be players that have been waiting and chomping at the bit to get in the team that'll be ready to go.
So who we like to see this week that we maybe not seen much of in first team action this year?
The boys see most of in first team action this year. I think Paddy Flynn will probably, after waiting his chance and working hard, get a chance to get a run this week and put his marker down again for that right wing spot. I was pretty impressed with Jordan Johnson and Catalan, so we'll probably look to give him another opportunity to play. And again with Sam Brooks, I'll look to use Sam again this weekend.
Who are Charlie Runciman missed out this week with an injury, didn't he? Was he likely to be fit, or would you give him another week?
We'll see. I'd like him to play before we start back in the Super League. He's had a couple of weeks off. Those lads that had a couple of weeks, had a little bit of time off over Easter through injuries and through whatnot. Like I said, the tough thing is just playing. And coming back in the Super League and not having played, it's an opportunity to use those lads and get them playing again. So your Cahills and your Charlie's probably in that mix.
Marsh.
Marsh as well, yeah.